Hello, my name is Ayza. In this video, I just kind of wanted to explain the dangers of spirituality. First off, I want to say the word spiritual, I barely even like using it because it's like it puts a label. Personally, I don't like using labels. I like to be open to all different things. So basically, when I started my, spiritual journey, of course I used to meditate a lot, but the thing that got me really into it was self-improvement books and self-help books. One of the books was called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, however you want to pronounce his last name. That to me kind of implied that I needed to, although I love the book, it kind of implied that I needed to kill my ego and that the ego was bad. I don't think that was his message. There was definitely a bigger picture with what he was trying to say, but I feel like that could be potentially dangerous to somebody who is missing the mark. So what a lot of people try to do when they, first start out is they try to kill their ego, which is what I was doing. I was trying to kill the ego. Every time I would meditate and stuff, I would try to shed all of my beliefs, my desires, my likes, my dislikes. I try to separate it from the self, the I, the soul, the consciousness, I guess, if you want to call it. It almost started feeling like I was a robot. It's not that I couldn't feel emotions. Obviously, I did feel emotions. Just learning about life and the human experience, to me, in my opinion, I think that emotions are the most important thing to the human life. And when it starts to not disappear, but it's like you start to disattach from your emotions, which I think is a good thing, because you start to not define yourself with your emotions. You know that it's there and you let it happen and it passes, right? But it's not you. I was just reacting less than the average person would. So what started happening was in my dreams was when I started to feel all of those bottled up emotions and thought I was letting it go, but I wasn't. I didn't express, I thought I did. I thought I had this emotion, but the thing is I was suppressing it. For example, anger. Anger was the biggest thing. I could not express anger to literally anybody. I could not direct my anger to somebody else. So in my dreams, I would get angry, but like the type of angry that I would never get in real life. So I just felt like I was more human in my dreams than in real life. How it ties back to ego is when you try to kill your ego, it's like you're killing all of the things that makes you human, if that makes sense. And something that I think that a lot of, shamans or monks try to do when they go out in the mountains and meditate for the rest of their life is they're essentially trying to achieve eternal enlightenment. It's like they're chasing death. But you came here to live a human life. Everybody here is human and has this human experience for a reason. Also, one of the biggest detrimental things that I've started seeing with people who start their spiritual journey is the spiritual ego, which is once you start this journey, you kind of start to think, not that you're above people, but it's just like, it starts to feel like you know more. Like you're the most knowledgeable in this topic and the other person's opinion does not, it serves you no value. The thing with that is, I've seen it so many times, you start to do all of these things that kind of go against the spiritual life. You do it in the name of spirituality. It's almost kind of like God or like abusing religion. But I started to see it in myself too. And I'm really glad that I caught onto it before I could let it consume me, thinking that everybody else is asleep and I'm the only one who kind of knows this stuff, which could potentially, yes, be true. But that separates you from everybody around you. Something that I learned was that you can never kill the ego. It's always going to be there as long as you're human, and use it. It's there for a reason. It's not like it's not supposed to be there. You just have to integrate it with your life to achieve the things that you want, your dreams, your aspirations. The thing is, I was aware that I knew nothing. I know nothing. But it's like I never really listened to another person because it's like I knew more. And I see that with a lot of people is that they don't really take the time to listen to another person's view or their insights and apply it to them so they could also learn something. It's like they listen and then they respond in a way that teaches the other person. It's like you kind of start to see yourself as the teacher instead of the student. Those are just potential dangers. Something that I'm also seeing on the internet is that you're kind of looking down on everybody who's not doing what you're doing. quote-unquote NPCs. I mean, I say NPC as a joke, but I mean, no one is inferior or superior. Everybody else is inferior. They're stupid, they're dumb, but that's not the case, because maybe they know more than what you do. This doesn't even relate to spirituality at all. People just looking down on others because they don't know a certain thing. Like, oh, these people are stupid. But something that I've also come to learn is that people who judge others like that seem to be in that same ballpark. Like, they're not open to other perspectives. I also see that a lot of spiritual people are doing it for show. They don't actually use these practices or apply the things that they're learning. But I mean, that's you know, that's you, of course. Not you, literally, but like whoever. No judgment though from me. Yeah, that's basically it.
Guess who just realized their mic wasn't working? The whole video I was filming with ass cheek audio. But anyway, the show must go on. If you have anything to say, please, I would love to hear from you. I would love to learn from you. Of course, what I say now could change in the future, so don't take it as like the end all be all. If you liked the video, please give it a like, and if you didn't, please subscribe.